I don't think it's.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Okay, we are live. We're live about 1 minute early. Said 8:30, so I guess we can wait a little.
We got
bit.
a little bit anxious and stuff to talk to all you fine folks.
I jumped the gun.
Happens to you a lot.
I got excited.
Reminds you of prom.
Prom. I didn't go to prom. What are you talking about? Prom.
Well,
Let's start. Indeed, I am the provider. That's what we do here. We've got viewers on Facebook as well. Hi there, Facebook world. Hi there, YouTube world. We're not very technologically advanced here, so we got a phone on one feed and the nice fancy computer on the other. We're gonna get this started.
I'm sharing the
Tiffany in the house. Hopefully you are good and alcoholed up because you might need it for this next half hour, 40 minutes. We have the slave to the. As soon as we're done here, about 9:15, we're gonna have that slave 9 final going. This is the pro wrestling. Apparently, have the power to fire you.
This is true. And I enjoy my job, so I might have to reform to the power half hour.
Is-tastic Bachman says, yo is-tastic.
We appreciate everybody checking out the feed. Share, invite people, leave your comments. Let us know what you think. My name is Bobby Doe. This is Mother JV, and we are on the power half hour.
Yeah, I said that's the other thing. You say any of those 7 words, like
no 7 words. No 7 words.
No
this is G-rated. This is G-rated.
PG
rated Bobby Doe.
PG rated.
Great. JV, what do we have?
We have a whole bunch of stuff. I can't even see the format sheet right now. I tried to be a little bit more organized. Yeah, there we go. Nice slide underneath.
We've got,
I mean, obviously we got to talk about the worldwide hangover.
The worldwide hangover is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that's what we're calling it. We're not calling it anything else. We're not referencing anything. It's just there's a worldwide hangover.
Everybody's resting from the worldwide hangover right now.
You know, it was, I think the 4th month of the year 2020 is very appropriate. And you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to go that far.
No, I don't think we can.
No, PG.
How do you feel about these empty arena matches that are going out?
It depends on who's been doing the empty arena matches. Obviously, I'm looking forward to some. Others haven't quite popped off the way I would have liked them to.
They haven't connected as well as I thought they would.
I really enjoyed the No Fans Monday with that Wrestle Talk did. That was really solid, up top to bottom, up and down, and all. It just they were able to engage the viewing audience a little bit better than some of the empty arena shows that.
I've seen NWA did one as well. I haven't actually watched the clip yet and stuff.
I have to watch that. I heard from some friends in Vegas that there might be some footage from Vegas coming up as well.
You have all the inside information.
Some shows that may or may not have been canceled that weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really all I'm gonna say on that one because I may not.
No, Vern has all the info and everything.
No, not really. I'm not that with it.
He's pretty with it.
Yeah. Yes, it is a nice T-shirt. It is a very nice T-shirt. Shout out to the Mad Showman Chongo.
Shout out. Always a good friend of the shows.
I should have been looking at the floor as I made that shout out, honestly.
Oh no.
But that may have been the first time I addressed him without looking at the floor. And I look up as I say, not looking at the floor. Because I'm looking at my format sheet because I'm not very professional. We should probably have it like standing up right there next to
Should I call you a nerd in his honor since he's not here?
No. You
don't
don't rate that. You don't get to call me that.
I don't get to call him a nerd.
What up, Neva?
Neva, shout out.
We will be taking questions from you guys in the chat room and you guys in that chat room as well.
Anything you guys want to ask us, let us know.
You want to ask me why my head is bald or why there's a bag of hair attached to my wall right now? Actually, you might not want to ask that.
I didn't even know that till right now. I'm getting kind of scared in here.
I have all kinds of revenge planned for when, yeah, you don't need to know about that revenge. Hopefully the microphone's picking everything up.
I hope it is. Can you guys hear us correctly and stuff?
I'm sure they would have said something.
Yeah, that's true.
They would have said something like, "Hey, dummy, we can't hear you."
True. Very, very true. Sorry, my distraction.
No, Nick Gossard, I am not taking off my shirt.
Ooh,
no. That will get us flagged for all kinds of things. And then I wind up on Chris Hansen again. But tip your waitresses.
Yes. JB.
After this video is over, we'll put the link up again. Head over back to the Primos YouTube page. We're going to have the last night of the first week of the videos. And that will be the Slave to the Deathmatch 9 final. Weird.
Dude, these quarantine dream matches have been keeping me going. They've been keeping a few people going. I've heard that. Dude, let us know what you guys
think. I'm gonna lie, I got a phone call from one of the folks back home and said that one of the matches was a little too extreme. He was watching on Wednesday, which I think was the Flaming Tables match.
That match. They hit my friend hit me up. He's like, that was absolutely insane. Great.
Yeah. I mean, and by folks back home, I mean my father, which was kind of funny.
Whoa.
Like, yeah. Hi, Dad.
Shout out to Mr. V.
That's what we do. We've been going at a pretty good clip here. We've had a lot of time to watch old stuff on top of all the new empty arena footage that's been out there.
Definitely had a lot of time on our hands to watch a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
And at first we were going to watch. I want to talk about your match first.
Yeah. Okay.
It was
fine
because
with me.
It was so outrageous. The whole rules of the situation, in my opinion, were really out there and stuff. But.
And I mean, in a way, it kind of more or less inspired what we went into with yours, if I remember.
It did, yeah, it did. It really did. But every player that was in the match was absolutely A-class. Tell them about
it. We went with the first ever X Division Championship match, which was, if you listen to the broadcast, not necessarily one match. It was several matches. They called it a tournament, but it was ran more like a gauntlet match.
Tournament.
It was, are you making fun of my accent?
No.
Good. All right. It was more of a gauntlet match. It had AJ Styles, Low Key, Psychosis without a mask, which was a little jarring, and Jerry Lynn, which anything with Jerry Lynn and AJ Styles is always going to be pretty phenomenal, but pardon the pun there, that was completely unintended. But you stop looking at your phone. I know you're trying to share. I know you're trying to share and plug.
It's my fault. It's my fault. My apologies.
We got an audience here. We got more eyeballs. Yeah.
My apologies.
Apologize to the audience.
I apologize to the audience.
So, and like you said, the four guys in the match, that's just going to be a stack match anytime. And it was basically each guy had to get pinned twice before they were eliminated from the match.
So they kept on rotating and rotating, and special guest referee.
Ricky Steamboat was the special guest referee, as he was
legend.
The week before on the Gauntlet for the Gold Battle Royal, which, by the way, Toby Keith should still be the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion.
Why?
18 years later. He was never eliminated from that Battle Royal. He went out through the middle rope after eliminating Jeff Jarrett. Toby Keith should have won that match. He could have pinned Ken Shamrock too.
Dang. Real
Toby
feelings
Keith.
right there.
Toby
I
Keith.
felt that.
Toby Keith, real champ.
Toby Keith, real
How
champ.
you like me now?
But dude, that match was crazy. Just all the big high spots that they were doing and just the hard hitting. Dude, the chops, I could feel them through the screen. It was ridiculous, dude. Like Loki's, I forgot how talented he was because I don't get a chance to watch him that often because like Jack Daniels, some people like vodka, I like WWE. So I forgot because I watched a lot of earlier TNA stuff and when Jeff still was, head guy and all that. So to rewatch a lot of stuff, absolutely crazy. AJ Styles just being that young and just still killing it. I love the match.
And I would like to point out, yes, Joe Barton. I know, by the way, the awesome Joe Barton in the house, as is JT Staten, who wants you to pay attention to him. I know Psychosis had lost the mask by then. I thought it was part of a lifetime for some people. Then you got to kind of forget me there. Toby Keith did have an awesome vertical suplex. That was impressive. And he was about the size of some of the guys too. They could have gone somewhere a little further with that, but we digress a little bit, a little off the rails here.
A little bit.
And I was brought in to keep things on the rails. Jeez.
So what was your favorite thing in that match? What really what made you pick this for this segment?
It was one that, and I guess the Ring of Honor run was more kind of one of the things I kind of wanted to see where AJ Styles, more or less the introduction to the world. Yes, we know the match on Nitro. We know the stuff he did in 99 or stuff, but people talk about AJ just getting the rocket strapped to his back from the word jump as soon as with TNA, and he had 2 belts within 3 episodes because the next episode he and Jerry Lynn, spoiler alert, 18 years later, but spoiler alert, Jerry Lynn and AJ Styles were the NWA TNA Tag Team Champions right after the match, and it started a really interesting dynamic between AJ Styles and Jerry Lynn, but I more or less wanted to see where AJ started from, and I kind of wanted to go with just kind of a screwy kind of match. And
it was crazy.
You pointed out Low Key, who at that point was less than 4 years in wrestling at that point, and just kicking the ever-loving snot out of
everyone, bro. Just everything he executed was perfect.
Yeah, which is typical of Low Key.
Yes.
But it was also because it was. Once I watched it, I'm like, wow, this is quite possibly the most Impact TNA early first 5-6 years TNA thing that was ever TNA'd in the history of TNA. Let's see how many more times I can say.
I know,
TNA.
right? I was trying to keep up and counting. I stopped at 4, and
technically it was really proficient, and you kind of keeping track of it. And yeah, they give away the fact that AJ is going to possibly come from 2 behind in the match because they say that Steamboat's going to referee the final fall. And then when it's down to AJ and Jerry Lynn still has to get pinned twice, and AJ's facing elimination, they got Scott Armstrong refereeing, and it's well, wait a minute, you kind of giving away this next fall.
Scott Armstrong is a very underrated referee, in my opinion.
And that was basically his first rodeo as a referee.
He started out in TNA?
He had only just retired as a wrestler maybe a couple years prior.
Definitely.
Yeah. Scott Armstrong, him, BG James, they're all the Armstrong boys.
Nice.
So yeah, we went to
my match.
Yeah.
My match. It was Shawn Michaels and Diesel versus.
Well, it wound up being Yokozuna and the British Bulldog, but it was originally supposed to be Yokozuna and Owen Hart.
But Owen Hart unfortunately wasn't at the building.
Owen Hart wasn't in the building because actually at the time, little known fact, I believe it was his son was being born either the day of the event or the day prior. So he got there
super in the middle of the event itself. So he got there. So they replaced him with Davey Boy Smith, which huge fan of. Like, dude, dude. Me and you watch a bunch of the old Davey Boy stuff, and we're just like, dude, just the powerhouse.
And I've been a British Bulldog fan probably as long back as I can remember, and then even watching their stuff in All Japan from the 80s when I was back in my tape trading days and stuff as a wee little lad. And like him and the Dynamite Kid, it was just like I knew I was never gonna grow much past my height. So like those guys like him, guys like He Who Must Not Be Named, guys like Owen. I mean, the smaller guys always were more appealing to me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And then we had a larger gentleman that was not so small as his tag team partner.
Right, which Yokozuna was always
could still move.
Always one of my favorites.
Like he was about 650 at this point, I want to say. 2 years prior.
Yeah, 2.5 years prior.
2.5 years prior. Definitely
I mean, he had already lost the casket match to Undertaker by then.
He'd already taken
No, actually, he lost that to Chuck Norris. He didn't lose that to the Undertaker.
True.
He lost it to Chuck Norris.
Sure, Chuck Norris had he had Fuji, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had Old Man.
Yeah.
It's Chuck Norris, though, so it's okay.
He gets away with a lot of things.
So it was titles versus titles.
Yes, it was a triple header match. He found like one of the few matches in WWE history that was more screwy than like a run-of-the-mill TNA match. Yeah.
So it was champions versus champions.
Right.
Now, who would have gotten the H belt? Like Yoko would have gotten the championship belt?
Well, if Diesel had been pinned, whoever pinned Diesel got the world title.
Oh, okay.
If Michaels had gotten pinned, whoever had pinned Michaels would have gotten the Intercontinental belt, which going into the match, I wanted Owen Hart to pin Shawn Michaels. I was never, ever a member of the Clique. I was very squarely behind Camp Cornette for one day, and for my birthday that year, I wanted Shawn Michaels to lose.
It's fine. Yeah, no, exactly. Cornette in the match as well, which is always great. Fuji during his last couple of years in it, right?
I mean, it was. Fuji
definitely towards the end of his career.
I mean, Cornette, not exactly someone. That's neither here nor there. Shout out to the DC Dub crew.
I like Jim Cornette. He speaks I don't agree with everything he says, but he's definitely a good mind for the business.
We might fight at some point, Logan. Stick around. So it's still early. We still got like 20 minutes or so of this to film.
We got who knows?
Yeah, and
it might happen.
A lot of those minutes are going to be filled by questions from you guys, including, are y'all going to fight? I don't know. It'll probably happen. Maybe it might happen. We might have to get on Twitch a little later on, and you might see a fight on NBA 2K. Like that got pretty.
It got pretty. Oh man,
no fans only provider.
We're in a 7-game series right now in NBA 2K.
It's only gonna go 4.
He got me the first, but
I skunked him.
No, he skunked me. He skunked me. But no, it's going down next. It's going down later. That's for fucking That's for sure.
Sissy fight.
So
that is a great Chappelle Show sketch that we're not going to get into because it hasn't aged all that well. But yes, I did. Yes, I did.
He did 22 points. Yes.
Yeah.
It was pretty brutal. I was pretty. I was so sad I had to play him in another game that I knew I'd beat him at.
Yeah.
So I smoked him in NASCAR. The match, yes. The match.
Yeah. So,
dude, a lot of good spots, a lot of good little foosah here and there.
Oh yeah, it was totally foobar at some spots. Was that a knock on the door?
Was that a knock on the door?
No.
It was not
okay,
a knock
good.
on the door.
I was gonna say there's never gonna be a knock on the door. Anyone at the Den of Delinquency located underneath the Palace of Enlightenment knows that there's an open door policy in either one. So just
Just come hang out.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Man, Sean was pretty over at this point.
Yeah.
They did it. This was the barricade match. Where the
yeah, which they
collapses.
cut out of the network feed, which I don't know why you would cut that out, why you would edit that out, because you're like trying to show you're trying to show how big the Heartbreak Kid is at this time. You can't even find security railings that can support the fans and keep them away from this guy. Like, why would you cut that out?
Beatlemania-ish.
Yeah, it was very Beatlemania. He was definitely one of the bigger stars at the time, like it or not. I know I definitely didn't like it. Yeah. I was squarely pink and black.
This is something that we actually agree on.
Yeah.
We like agree. We're Heart Foundation.
Yeah, which I'm as shocked as you are. I don't like agreeing with this guy on many things. I can't read the comments right now.
Wow.
But yeah, it was a really good match. I would have liked to have seen where they had gone with it had they held on to the titles instead of getting them stripped the next night and put back on Owen Hart and Yokozuna.
Which ultimately lost it.
Who lost it to the Smoking Guns like 5 minutes later. But it was, don't even get me started.
He hates the Smoking Guns. I like this. I like the Smoking Guns when I was a kid.
That's going to be a different discussion. 11 that year. Wait, well, no, that was WrestleMania 11 had already happened. Excuse me. But I would have liked to have seen what would have happened with the two of them with the titles on them for a while. It was really well wrestled throughout by all of them. I loved the elbow dive off the top of Diesel's shoulders. Yeah. Instead of normally off the top rope, he came off of the added height, which was probably still a couple of added feet on top of the dude's shoulders.
Love that, yeah.
And which in the instant replay, it cuts out the static, cuts out like halfway through Sean.
Yeah, it looks so weird, like a Nintendo glitch.
He got so high the screen glitched. But
and then we had a surprise pop in from your boy.
Yeah, Owen Hart tries to make the save at the end, gets kicked in the gut to the power bomb from Diesel. 1, 2, 3. Which the end of that match is honestly my favorite part of the match, because that was for 11, 12 years old, whatever I was at the time. That was completely just unexpected. Like, I never saw it coming as a kid. Maybe now as an adult and being a little more seasoned, it would kind of, maybe the writing would be on the wall for it. Or you would kind of figure something kind of fishy would be coming up, some kind of dusty finish, if you will.
Nice.
And take that to the pay window. But
got the American Dream in the house.
I'm very disappointed in myself for agreeing to Staten. So, but what are you gonna do? We got questions from the chat room.
What do we got?
Where is the fans only page? Wow, that's talking about it. I'm not touching that one. It's Bobby Britches at the door. Disappointing. Daddy. Oh.
yeah.
Pay attention to me, Bobby. Bobby is trying to talk to you. Yeah, he probably was.
This is not true. I'm not selling that.
JV, I cannot answer that question. I'll slide in them DMs later. That was. I'll tell you later, Staten. You really want to know? You know what you asked. Well, no one's gonna ask anything, so I mean, we could talk about some other things.
What else you want to talk about, Mr. Byrne?
We got in about 20 minutes from now the Slave to the Deathmatch 9 final.
Dude, I'm looking forward to this, dude.
Have you ever seen that match?
No, I haven't. So, and I've been watching them on the feed, a lot of it for the first time, because my first Slave was Slave 10. Okay. First Slave, I had heard about Slave prior to moving out to Colorado, but never got a chance to see anything of it. So seeing 10,
Okay, so this last Slave was my first Slave in person. I had seen some stuff before, knowing Mosh Pit Mike and being friends with him as long as I have. you have to see at least a couple of his death matches.
I've seen a lot of his stuff at JCW.
Right.
That was mostly my mosh pit.
Being brought up in the wrestling world by Gary Galaxy again. Going to see some death matches.
Shout out Gary Galaxy, good man.
I was going to say something about his nose, but that wouldn't have been very nice. But I mean, that nose. But as crazy as Slave 10 was, and that was a crazy match, crazy moments throughout. I think Slave 9, and I can't really think of any other word to describe it, had quite possibly the most viral moment in the entire history of the tournament, the entire history of Primos. I think you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking
If
about.
you've seen the match before out there, you guys already know what we're talking about. I don't want to spoil it.
So you're going to have to
if you haven't seen it before,
right after
you're going to know it when you see it, and it's
pretty wild.
It's bananas. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
So yes. Watching all these feeds every day and just watch like Joey G versus Dolvin. I had seen clips of it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My experience with JCW, stuff like that. So seeing that, I'm just like, whoa. Like friends of mine that don't even watch pro wrestling that I shared it to are just like, bro, that was insane, but it was crap. Loved it, and they're tuning in now and stuff.
Right, and it was definitely really brutal. The Slave to the Deathmatch 7 final that we also showed earlier in the week with Mosh Pit Mike, JD Horror, Adam Bueller. I'm blanking here. Okay, yes, thank you. And no, that was completely. Yeah. By the way, shout out to the Murder Death Kill Club.
Dude, good guys.
Make sure you guys stay tuned. Again, we're going to be sharing the link for the Slave to Deathmatch 9 final coming up after this. The Slave to the Deathmatch 7 final that we showed was friggin'
dude, absolutely crazy. Everything just keeps on topping everything that we've been that you guys have been selecting and you guys have been stacking up, and like it's been really making this quarantine awesome. And I actually want to thank you. And
the Dak Draper match that was up last night was,
dude, I loved it.
Nuts as well. Like that one, you guys definitely have to watch that one if you haven't watched it yet. Sammy Six Guns Jr., better known as Dak Draper nowadays, taking on Prime and Eric Cannon. It was from 2016, the Alpha 9 final, which we'll be having more Alpha 9 matches coming up. We'll definitely be having more Slave to Deathmatch matches coming up. We're going to have that TLC match from December coming up.
Dude, I was there. Yeah. Like I took off of work for that. Like I had to. Like it was dude, I cannot wait till that airs again.
Yeah,
because I'm looking forward to seeing it. Because dude, just watching it, being there, just the entire emotion of that entire. Dude,
we're gonna have the premiere of Slave to the Deathmatch 10. Once that's all edited up, commentaried up, ready to go. Once it's all in the can, we might even just make it Slave to the Deathmatch 10 week. I don't know if you guys like that. If you guys like that,
hit the likes. Let
us know.
Let us know. Comments. We work off of what you guys like.
Don't get too close. He's been to Michigan and Illinois. You don't only know the half of it. He went down to the Cackalax. He crossed like all kinds of state lines. I got an N95 right here that I didn't want to bring on camera because I didn't want to. I was
Lysol the minute I walked in the door.
He walked through the door. It was like a bucket of Purell.
Dude, it was like walking through
Bubba does not mess around. It was the Bozo the Clown gag where you walk through the door and then it's just like you get the bucket on you.
Oh. Logan's gonna.
Okay, JV. This is from Logan Austin. Why don't I tell the story where Logan almost killed me at the Mockery?
Was this the one that I was at?
This was Yeah, you were running music on that one. It was the provider and I running live commentary.
Yeah.
It was at the Mockery Brewing Company, so I may or may not have sampled some of the delicious, delicious beers that they have. And hipster guys, I think it kind of is
craft beers.
So like IPAs, oatmeal stouts, heavy beers or beers that are just going to mess you up. And I may have been a couple flights deep by then. And I was told to start a chant that on any other day, I probably wouldn't have started in my better mind.
What was that chant?
You messed up.
Okay.
For lack of a better term, because PG.
Yeah, PG.
And so you messed up, and because it was at a brewery and they were all into it, they kind of picked the chant up. And it was at that point, a very, very angry Logan Austin looks up at me. What the? Dude, I'm going to kill you. Or whatever. I can't remember exactly what he said. Like I said, it was kind of hazy. But Logan was very angry at me. And it was at that moment that like I knew I messed up, and like I felt it right here. Like I was hurt. And then like I may or may not have begged to several people for forgiveness for that one almost immediately afterwards.
Well, you
definitely not one of my prouder moments.
You knew you were wrong. You apologized and you rectified the situation.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is.
But for what you guys are doing,
can't wait to come out that. Yes.
Yeah.
Can't wait to have you guys out here,
dude. Actually, that is the gentleman that told me about it. I've known Joey for a while.
Right, I was gonna say it looks like provider knows Kendo because it was just saying we just let you out of your room the other day.
Yeah, he contacted provider, and I had contacted.
Shout out
Mike.
J News.
It was great. Juggalo News.
Shout
yes, Juggalo News. We appreciate you.
We have one. What up, Chris Mendoza?
Chris Mendoza. Check out the YouTube feed.
Yes. So we got about 3 or 4 minutes left to kill here.
Oh, yeah.
Left to wrap this up. We're going to have a little bit tighter of a format for next time.
Of course,
If there's something you want us to watch for our reviews, it could be independent, it could be local, it could be big brands like we watched today. Anything you want us to watch, if you got a link for us, definitely link us up. Captain Steven's in the house.
Captain.
What up? Definitely missing those Tootsie Rolls, but I gave up sweets for Lent. But so we're gonna put that. Well, no, we got a couple more minutes to kill before I put that link back up. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you share this out, get other people to watch it so we can just build up views and viewers in the future.
We are only as good as how you guys share us and give us feedback, and that's the best thing about it. We're out here for you guys and stuff, entertaining during our long-term hangover that we're all on.
Find us on the Facebook page with any recommendations you have on the Facebook page, stuff you want us to watch, questions for next week. We'll be back next Friday, 8:30 Mountain Time, 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central.
I know you gotta think about it. So do I.
Yeah, it's like 7:30 Pacific, something like that. I don't know time zones like that. Well, yeah, if it's 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific.
Yep.
Man, now I feel really bad for always insulting my grandma when she would call me up and ask like, "What time is it there?" Because I'm not even at that age.
It's okay. I thought Chicago was 2 hours. I thought Chicago was 2 hours, forgetting that that's Central, not Eastern.
I'm still feeling the effects of the chair shot from Big Guns Justin Andrews, to be completely honest here. This might be too bright a light right now, honestly. But who's a scumbag?
Who's a scumbag?
Are you calling Guns a scumbag? Because I totally agree. What up, scumbag? Respect my elders.
Respect your elders.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. He does have a senior rank on me, and I think he is probably about a year older than me.
Dude, Big Guns
I swear to God, provide. Yeah, nice haircut. Come down and tell me nice haircut. We're going to be off the air by the time you can get down here and tell me nice haircut. I can almost guarantee it. I dare you to come down here and tell me nice haircut.
This is real heat, folks. You're seeing behind the curtain.
Yeah, what about, yeah, I brought her up. Stop, I can hear you laughing. You guys are scumbags, by the way. Keeping me down here. Yeah, yes. I will definitely do it to his face next time I see him from very, very far away, but it will be to his face. Very far away, though.
The views contained in this are JV's himself, not Bobby Doe's.
Oh, he knows it's all a joke.
I know.
He knows.
No, of course.
He bent a chair over my back last time.
Well, I'd like to give some thanks out to everybody and stuff. I'd like to
shout out to J News.
Shout out to Juggalo News. Go check out their Facebook page. They also have a YouTube. Shout out to Prolo Productions, which is also in association with Kendo Huff Jr.
Oh, yeah, I still got to take care of that, too.
Oh, yes, we do. We're going to like that page and stuff. Don't worry. We haven't forgot about you and stuff. Also, a shout out to MDK.
Yes, shout out to the Murder, Death, Kill Club. Make sure you guys stick around for Slave 9 final coming up. Yes! Also, if you haven't liked and subscribed to the Primos channel already, make sure you do that. Make sure you follow this blog, podcast, video log, whatever you want to call it. We're on Facebook under the proper name.
Primos Half Hour Power.
No. The Pro Wrestling Power Half Hour. Yes.
I feel like I might lose my job in between this time, and you guys might get Caleb back.
Yeah, we're gonna get Caleb back. By the way, can we get Caleb back?
You know what, Caleb?
It's only 4 blocks. You are not gonna get caught by the cops.
You're not.
Actually, no. I'm not encouraging that. My God, I am definitely not encouraging that. Please stay at home. Everybody
stay at home, get cured of this hangover so we can all get back to normal.
Unless you're essential, then do your essential thing.
Essential.
But wear the masks that governors and now I guess people like the president are saying to wear. We weren't supposed to talk about any of this.
No, not at all.
But anyway, boo Caleb. Okay, boo provider says boo Caleb.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Boo! All right, so we're gonna sign out. Here is your
It compliment my dear buddy on his nice haircut. Bobby Doe, where's your bitches are waiting for you?
I know, right?
You've been sitting here texting his whole day.
You tell us not to swear, and you swear almost immediately.
Was that a customer? You said bitches? I can say bitches.
Yes.
No F-bombs, so.
Bong!
Go ahead and sign out now, ladies.
All right.
We'd like to thank everybody.
We signed out. Oh,
we did?
Maybe not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to thank everybody for joining in tonight. Tune in next week, Friday, 8:30 Mountain Time, 10:30 Eastern. I'm signing off from myself, Bobby Doe, JV, the provider.
Shout out to Bubba.
Shout out to Bubba.